Eric was just in, had a nice statement, so he can't make the same mistake, took ownership for it, so you just want to follow up with your thoughts.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid. He just gets a little carried away sometimes. I mean, truth be known, we've all done things. We're all at least fairly intelligent people that make mistakes. He made a bad mistake. So you acknowledge it and move on.
So move on. Kansas without Keedy, how does this change what you guys can do?
Well, I've said from the beginning, I think he's the best on-the-ball defender in our league, which says a lot. And so that puts a lot of pressure on the guys that are filling in for him.
Joe have to be more careful not to get into foul trouble in a game like this when you don't have the same rotation?
I think we have to be more careful all the time. I could expound a lot more, but it would get me in trouble.
Turnovers have been a year-long issue. We have 35 in your 2 games, and your starting point guard's not out there. How do you clean that up?
Well, think how to answer that. You know, I told you before about Sister Maria Lane. Sister Maria Lane thought that the more senses that you could touch, be it sight, be it feel, be it, so forth and so on, and that's kind of what we're trying to do. We've watched it. We've discussed it. We've drilled it.
I thought maybe you were going down the prayer route.
Nah, not as good as that, as Sister Maria Lane was.
This team was looking, it's a typical Kansas team, but it had 6 games with 2 possession or less they've won, including the conference games. And then you had 2 league games where you had opportunities to win and you weren't able to do it. How do you flip it?
There's a lot I could say. But, how do we flip it? We make things happen at the end of games. And how did we flip it when we were really good and made the run? We did it by guys making shots. We did it by a 5'8" guy guarding a 7-foot guy who let him outweighed by almost 200 pounds. Deshaun Butler made big shot after big shot after big shot. We've got to have people step up. And I think we have to do a much better job of valuing the ball.
So the point guard, 6'1", 6'2", and then the rest of their starting 5 is 6'6", 6'8" range. They don't really have that 6'10", 6'11" guy to match up with Jimmy, but they also probably switch a lot. Teams have struggled shooting the ball against them, just matchup wise. What are you seeing going into this one?
We probably have a lot in common. I mean, in terms of size, we're not very big either.
Right.
we've got to cut down the dumb things. And we've got good enough players that they shouldn't be doing the dumb things that's happening. You know, the forced passes, the bad passes, the defensive breakdowns, those kind of things really need cleaned up. And I think it's a lot harder when you bring a whole bunch of guys in, not a whole bunch, but enough guys in that are coming from different environments, different ways of doing things. And then you're asking them to do it our way. They've been doing it another way for a while. Neuromuscular integration is muscle memory. And the better your muscle memory, the more successful you're going to be. So you continue to do it and do it and do it. Doesn't happen overnight.
In terms of gymming, does he, I mean, this is probably gonna be one of the few games where, you know, he's not going up against a, you know, another 7-footer, you know, 250, 260. Is there an advantage with him in there, as long as he can stay in the game, I guess?
Well, I think I can say this without being in trouble. There's more than 10 guys out there
Right.
deciding the game. So, I mean, it has a lot to do with that.
Bob, you've seen 2 games in the league now. Is this league going to be simply a matter of survival? It doesn't look like there's anybody that's dominating. It looks like everything's gonna go to the wire almost, except maybe for Texas.
Well, think about this. Our league's 16 in the net. Baylor's 0-2 and they're ranked in the top 25 in the country. They're 0-2 just like we are. Texas Tech's 0-2 and had won 27 in a row at home before they lost to Kansas. Oklahoma's 0-2 with 2 losses by a total of 4 points. We lost 2 road games. They got away from us in the end. Kansas State scored 116 points against Texas. Big 12's average ranking in the net is 26.8. That's far and away the best. The closest to that is 60.1. That means we are playing in the best league in America against the best people in America that are coached by the best coaches in America. And we've had every opportunity to win, and we didn't finish the games. That's on all of us.